Hey, welcome to this review of Tales from the Crypt. We're getting close to the end of reviewing Season 2 with this one, Episode 17, My Brother's Keeper. Really, an episode that's worth watching from Season 2. My Brother's Keeper explores the world of brotherhood. For the first time in Tales from the Crypt, we're going to deal with brothers. And here, of course, to stay in the freak spirit, it's all about Siamese twins. So, an episode filled with humor and many twists in this episode. So we got this cliche of the good twin and the bad twin. They're related, they're connected by the asses, the skin of the ass, the buttocks. And it centers around three characters: the twins and a woman who gets into their lives, who's called Mary, and let's say the good twin Frank will fall in love with Mary, and there is a problem because in the beginning it is suggested and told by the bad twin Eddie that this one wants to perform surgery so they can be separated and live their lives separately because they are very different. For example, Frank, said a good twin, Frank is thoughtful, is calm, refined, he wants to go to cooking schools, he loves reading and loves the symphony, whereas Eddie is reckless, is boring, he smokes, drinks, he burps and swears, and he loves going to bars or to baseball games. So they are completely yin and yang, but they're related, they're Siamese twins. So there is this tension. One wants to break free, the freak one will break free. There's a play on word in the ending. You a freak, I'm free. Now the other one is not sure, is afraid of being lonely. That is Frank, afraid of losing his brother, even if it's pain in the ass. So this episode is worth seeing because there are lots of inventive visual ideas, such as, it's funny because we never get bored in that episode, and it's precious. What's good in the visual is the fact that you can see those two Siamese twins. They have their two toilets, they do things at the same time. The double furniture and the arrangement of the place where they live. The fact that one gets drunk when the other drinks. They get out of the car at the same times. Parallel legs in the beginning. They dance side by side. And there is a great deal of humor in this episode. For example, because the acting is awesome, the pair of brother is really well chosen, and the humor, you can see humor in the dance they perform in the bar, you can see humor through the medical release repetition, this kind of joke, this gimmick going around and around. The German surgeon is a cliche. It's not reliable, as there is 50% chance of surviving or dying, depending on the way you see things. You got the clean brother and the dirty brother when they go to the symphony. Frank is dating Mary, whom he has met in the bar in the beginning, and she accepts to go out to the symphony. And he's clean, is classy, whereas Eddie is completely filthy. So it's funny to have this visual contrast. And the camera work is interesting and good if you pay attention. For example, when Frank proposes later in their apartment, he's lying in bed with Mary next to him, and the camera doesn't show right now that Eddie is out of the frame having a freaky time with some kind of dominatrix woman or something like that. And what's really funny too is the fight they have later, when they punch in each other's face or the jump, breaking all stuff in the apartment. That's funny. How can you fight a Siamese brother this way? Now, concerning the twists, I consider there are 3 twists. The first being the revealing of the place where they're connected, that is the bottom part, the ass. Even if we know by the words in the beginning it's said, but we don't see right now. So there is some kind of suspense. Will we see? And we see when they dance, the woman, Mary, literally comes between them too. So it's a problem. She's depicted as a problem. Not because she would separate, because Eddie wants to be separated. But it's more clever than that if you think about it. Now the second big twist is when Mary reveals she's been paid by Eddie so that Frank signs the surgery release. And she finally admits that she has fallen in love with him and won't need to be signing this release. She will love him just the way he is, connected to his dumbass brother. Or, not dumbass, but, reckless, more violent in his manners. And the final twist, when Frank signs the release after getting Eddie drunk in the kitchen, after Eddie has killed Mary. Completely mad. And you got this high angle shot in the hospital showing they are separated. But we know they would be separated, so it's not a real twist because we can see him signing the release after getting Eddie drunk. So, and as a conclusion, the director is great, the writer is great. He directed Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Shrek the Third, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Director and writer both did a good work with this episode, and in the end we can witness that Frank finally absorbed Eddie's personality. Yes, he repeats his words and his way of speaking. So my brother's keeper, no brothers to be kept in the end. He goes to the gas chamber, whereas Frank can go on reading and calmly adopting his brother's personality. So my brother's keepers is really a well-balanced episode. It's funny, it's hilarious in some aspects, and I like this episode. So I would maybe put it in my top 5 from season 2. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this episode. You can leave comments below. Catch you later.